Hello, Twin Flames, checking in on the Divine Masculine's energy for today with this beautiful deck from Denise Lynn. And yeah, we had gotten these cards earlier. When I connected intuitively, I got like the message of the longer I postpone reaching out to you, the more I'm scared to do it. You know, like you might have done this before yourself or family members or friends, right? You're like, okay, I'm going to call you. Then 3 weeks go by, a month go by, and you forgot to call or whatever. And then you feel so guilty for not calling. That's the energy that I'm getting, right? Like they're starting to feel really uneasy, yeah, about reaching out. They kind of want to, but they feel like the longer the time is progressing, it's like this tornado, right? Like it's just stirring up so much inside of them. They just like I feel like it just gave me the words like running against the wall. So that they're like running against the wall right now. They just don't really know where they stand, what to do. They do want to reach out. I feel like a lot of them do, but they just don't know where they're standing at. And yeah, and then we have this fulfillment, right? Because they know you are like the sweetest peach there is, right? Like the best tasting peach ever. And you are the one thing that really fulfills their life, right? They know that. And that's why they are feeling so chaotic inside. Like, what am I supposed to do? You know, I know she's moving on, and that's not for every divine feminine, but for the ones that are moving on, right? Like, yeah, I know you're moving on, and so the longer he waits, right, the harder it will be to reach out, because especially if you're moving on, eventually maybe you get engaged or whatever. So yeah, but at the bottom of the deck we had like new beginnings and these happiness dolphins. So yeah, I think he is definitely dreaming of this, right? Uniting with you again, reaching out to you again. Yeah, he's wishing for like waking up with you and it be a new day, right? Like a new life, really. Like that's like the best perfect dream he has. Like, I wish it could be like this. And all he has to do is like overcome this chaos inside his mind, right, and his heart, and really just not be scared and just reach out. So it's all he has to do is reach out. The sooner the better. But yeah, that's just what I feel they're at right now. They're worried that by taking so long to reach out that it's becoming too late, if that makes sense. Okay, let's also check in with the Celtic Tarot, what else we can find out about this situation right now. Okay. Dear Divine Masculines, how are you doing today? How are you feeling towards the Divine Feminine? What is it thinking? Okay, so we have the Sun. Yeah, so I feel like with this, it being like right above his head, like you're definitely on his mind, right? Like you are the Sun, right? And you are on his mind. And I feel like him looking forward is a real indicator of him knowing the special connection that you have, and him knowing and acknowledging that you are the one, right? You are the Sun, the one, right? The one and only that creates life on this planet, right? The Sun is so magical and powerful, and that's kind of how he sees you. That's how he sees your light, right? Like bright like the sun. And yeah, and I feel like he's definitely acknowledging that, right? The best thing out there, but he has to overcome the fears and the, yeah, inside of him, and not worry to reach out. And then we have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, so obviously she is pregnant, and maybe even could almost even be a wedding dress. So yeah, so this could be that's why he is so worried, right? Like, the longer I wait, what if you end up being pregnant, for example, or yeah, you are getting married. So I'm getting really, really worried. And it could also be for some of them that they wish to marry you and that they hope to have your baby, right? So yeah, so this resonates depending on your situation. But I feel like right now, from the feeling that I got from them overall, is that this is what they're worried about, right? You're moving on, and then it's going to be too late if he waits any longer, because you could end up being pregnant, right? Down the road. And then we have Justice. Yeah, and the two men kind of stand out to me here. So I feel like there is he's really worried about there being another man in your life, or another woman, right? There, like, yeah, another masculine, divine masculine in your life. Because really that's what I feel with this energy here, is like him and then your other person, maybe your partner, you know, maybe you're dating, and that's you, right? Again, look at this light. She almost looks like an angel glowing. So yeah, they are both at your feet, but I feel like, yeah, he's getting really worried about the other person in your life ending up getting married and maybe even pregnant, right? And then we have the Star. Okay, so she's blowing a wish. So what I got automatically when I saw this blowing the wish was like, I am wishing, like the masculine is saying, that divine masculine, like, I am wishing that whatever you are in is not going to last. Yeah. So, which is really not cool, right? I mean, if they don't want to, if they're too scared to reach out and stuff, they should at least wish you a happy and fulfilled life, right? But I feel like they're like, no, I don't want you to move on with this other person. I want this new beginning with you. I want this happiness with you. I want to come together with you. So it's really interesting energies. It's like all over you with the sun and the fulfillment, right? And making a wish of you not moving on or forgetting about him. But so many of them haven't reached out yet, right? So many of them still have us blocked. So many of them have us, or still ghosting us, and really not admitting to us, to our face, that they are in love with us, right? That they do want to be with us. So yeah, it's really interesting energy of like being scared to come forward, right? And reach out, but also not wanting you to move on. So yeah, they really need to make up their minds. Okay, let's see what the Yin Yang Oracle says. See if we get more of this confused energy, or if they're at least planning here soon to make up their mind. Because that's not fair, right? Like, if you don't want to come forward, at least let us have a happy life, right? Okay. Divine masculines. What else can I find out about your situation? It's so crazy. Always the same cards keep coming out. I'm going to use this one first because this definitely stands out. This separation longing. Again, this wedding dress, it's like the same image to me as this one, right? So yeah, I feel like he's definitely, during the separation with you, he's longing for you, but also he's worried about where you stand right now. How far along are you, maybe with another partner? Are you engaged? You know, like really trying to figure out your situation. Yeah, definitely confused, delusion, right? Yeah, so yeah, he just needs to they just need to stop all their fears, right? And just reach out. Distance, retreat, or time out. Yeah. Well, yeah, this is really confusing energy to me, right? Because if they keep distancing themselves more, but they're worried about you moving on, it's like, if you're worried about us moving on, why don't you come forward, right? And then this is higher self activation. So yeah, with this I'm getting is that source is kind of stepping in and guiding them. So source is helping them through this, like this healing chaos, right? So this confusion that they have within themselves, source is going to help them yeah, clarify all of that. Closed off, guarded resistance. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to say much to that, right? Yeah, goes with all of this. Messages and dreams. Yeah, so yeah, since he might be too scared to reach out to you in the 3D, he might be reaching out to you in your dreams, right? And he might be checking in on you that way, right? If he has no other way of connecting with you right now, to see how far along you are in your moving on process. But he also might be checking in and just to let you know that he misses you and that he loves you. And yeah, which is really not fair, right? To come through in your dreams and not in the 3D. Alchemy, ancestors' guides. Yeah, again, this is always for me where kind of source comes in as helping and guide them. Oh, but I'm really noticing the hands here and the slide coming from there. I haven't seen that before. So yeah, it's like praying, right? The hands in a prayer. So yeah, he might be praying for some guidance. He might be trying to ask his heart what to do. It's kind of what I'm getting. He's like inside, please give me the strength, you know, to reach out. Please let me just jump over my shadow, you know, and like, yeah, I feel like he has like internal dialogue about actually moving forward and reaching out to you. Forming structure, solid foundation. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting with this. It's like he is trying to build it all up, like his overcome his fears, and maybe even there's things that he still has to get rid of in this current situation, like a karmic partner or things like that. So maybe that's also the reason why he's still holding off on reaching out, because he still has things that he has to get done in order to come forward with you. And that's why in the meantime he's going to check in on you and maybe even be intimate with you in dreams, just kind of to really connect with you on a deeper level. Yeah, and assistant spirit guides. Yeah. But what I'm kind of getting is like him checking out your social media with this. I don't know why, but because it's like a statue, it's like frozen in time. So it gave me that memory or that thinking of like images, you know, they're kind of like a capture of frozen in time moment. And so yeah, with this one, I'm kind of getting that he's also checking you out on social media, Googling your name or whatever, to check on you, because he is so worried about how far you have moved on, right, where you stand now. Okay, lastly, let's see if we get a message, a love message from the masculine to his feminine. Okay. The divine masculines. What love message they have for your feminine today? What would you like her to know? Why are you so confused? Scared to reach out? No. It's like 10 cards. Again, I have to put this back in. Let's give us like 1 or 2 clear messages, not so many. There we go. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. Yeah, and with this is I'm getting that, like, as soon as I saw the image, it's like that's exactly the energy that I'm feeling that they're currently in, is this yeah, oh my god, I just don't know what to do, I'm worried, I'm scared, right? And I don't think now is not the time. I don't think that's correct, but I feel like what he's trying to say is I am taking this time right now in order to figure myself out, in order to figure out my situation, in order to figure out how to get rid of the karmic situation and how to move forward and how to reach out to you. Yeah. Okay, that's it for this reading today. Tomorrow we'll be checking in on the Divine Feminines, do like a long reading and see how she's doing with everything. And yeah, and then we'll also have the karmic reading for the Divine Masculines. What is the karmic situation right now? So that's coming as well today. Yeah, and then I hope you have a beautiful day. Like and subscribe if the content resonates with you, and I'll talk to you soon.